Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Timeless Movie Podcast, episode number 205. My name is Victor Vasquez. Appreciate you joining me on this episode and this channel where all we do is talk and discuss movies. Episode 205. Every 5 episodes, we have somebody join me here in the studio. It is none other than my brother. Every 5 episodes, he's here. Omar, the co-host. How's it going, man?
Yes.
How's everything, man?
Dude, we talk almost every day, so you know. I mean, repeat, like,
Yeah, man.
I mean, act like we haven't seen each other.
Yeah. For anybody out there, man. Look, let me ask you this.
Okay.
How's the summer movie season been treating you, man? How have you liked these
Summer movie
movies?
season. I can't really, like, what was the start?
It usually starts in May.
So, like,
Devil Wears Prada.
okay.
That could be like the starting point of these summer movies.
I'm gonna be honest. Nothing really memorable.
Damn.
Devil Wears Prada.
Mm-hmm.
And then what? Supergirl?
Supergirl was another one.
I didn't see
Mortal
Toy
Kombat.
Story. Mortal Kombat.
You didn't see Toy Story with us?
Mandalorian was okay.
That's right.
It's been okay.
Yeah.
But I've already felt that way for a long time.
Mm.
It's already been like a couple of years where I feel like the summer blockbuster, it's not really like where the best movies come out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be October, November, like the previous years.
And it's crazy how like we have almost like even though when you're younger, all you can think about is like, oh man, what's gonna be the blockbuster of this year? What's gonna be that big movie?
Yep.
And now it's like as we've gotten older, yeah, like it's usually been the October, November movies, the movies that we're not anticipating at all, we're not expecting, but usually surprise us a lot. So, man,
We still got the Odyssey though,
that's true.
July.
And Spider-Man, Brand New Day.
Yep.
We still have those 2 huge movies, but we're not here to talk about those movies. We're here to talk about a different movie altogether. But before we get there, a little housekeeping. If you could do me a huge favor, if you're listening, share this with a friend. I would really appreciate it. Family, friends, don't exclude it to just a couple people. Anybody that you know, share the Timeless Movie Podcast. All we do here is talk all about movies and then decide, is it timeless after one viewing? Might be ridiculous, but hey, it's fun. Gives us a chance to kind of give our own opinions.
What's ridiculous about that?
Well, I mean, maybe people think it's kind of crazy. Like, hey, after watching a movie once, you just want to
Oh.
declare it as one of your favorites of all time. Maybe
Not favorites of all time, but just rewatchable.
that's true. That's true. Rewatchable. But I also think about it because hey, if I'm gonna buy it as a Blu-ray or some type of
Right.
DVD, that means it's got to be some type of favorite in my mind.
Okay.
That's my opinion, though. Maybe you have a different opinion on Timeless. And if you do, please reach out to us. Drop in some comments. Again, feel free to share this with a friend. You can also reach out to me, timelessmoviepod@gmail.com. The email is open. Feel free to let me know your questions, any reviews on any movies that you have recently seen. Speaking of recent movies, episode 204, Mr. Ohm, I went solo. Talked all about Supergirl, the
Okay.
next entry into the DCU. What did I think about it? Did I think I was timeless? Was it as good as Superman? I'm not going to say anything about that here. You're going to have to listen to that episode on the Timeless Movie Podcast, and you can listen to that on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. All right. Enough of the housekeeping. Mr. Ohm, let's jump into this week's new movie in which we are talking about A24, and it is called The Invite. This is a movie that I think we had seen a couple trailers for before it actually came out. I was immediately intrigued because, again, A24 usually always gets my attention with the different types of movies that they try to make, whether it's horror or comedy, but also the actors that came out in it. And so we'll get to, the actors that eventually appear here and a couple of other details as well. But, Mr. Rome, any kind of thoughts or details like of things that came up to you when you saw the trailer? Anything that you remember from those times when you first saw it that intrigued you?
I think it's been the best trailer of the year so far.
Ooh.
What do you think
like
about
it.
that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of another trailer that really,
Because like let's say the Odyssey, right?
yeah,
You're already excited because it's Christopher Nolan.
that's right.
So you already have like a sort of bias while watching the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But like movies you haven't seen, or movies you don't have like a bias towards, I think this is the best one.
Yeah, I could agree with that. It's because it has, you have no expectations, right? There's nothing like set in your mind, and so when you watch it, it's like a complete surprise of, oh, what is this? It's more intriguing. So,
But even the way it's like, even the way it's shown, like they set up the premise of the movie it's got like a mystery tone to it, and then the way it just ends, where it's like it names every actor.
Yeah,
but it's a part of the actual scene.
Yep.
I think it's perfectly constructed.
Yeah.
Best trailer of the year.
I like that. The only other trailer, I was looking through my notes, the only other trailer I can think of that, at least for me, in my opinion, I thought was really good was when we first saw Passengers. The trailer for that horror movie. Dude, that one was... That to me was really good because it just immediately doesn't tell you anything about where they're at. Even the characters that came out in the trailer for the Passengers, Mr. Ohm, only came out for a couple minutes. They weren't even the main characters.
Yeah.
But they set up exactly what they wanted to show you of this movie. So... But yeah, dude, I'm in agreement. Maybe we'll do a top 10 of best trailers of 2026. Who knows?
Maybe.
Random things can happen here on this Timeless Movie podcast. Freestyle, man.
Okay.
Best thing to do. Mr. Rome, this is a great point to segue into the non-spoiler section. Me and Omar will talk a little bit about some of the details and our overall thoughts without spoiling too much about The Invite. So why don't we go ahead and move over? The Invite, Mr. Rome, is directed by Olivia Wilde. If you aren't aware, and to anybody else listening as well, Olivia Wilde has made 2 different movies. She has made a movie called Booksmart, as well as Don't Worry, Darling. And she's obviously acted in various different types of TV shows and movies as well. Now, Olivia Wilde not only directs this movie, she also stars in this movie with 3 other actors, Seth Rogen, Penelope Cruz, and Edward Norton. In The Invite, what the heck happens here? Omar was kind of alluding to some of those details. But let me tell you a little bit more about the synopsis without spoiling it.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not going to spoil it. We get introduced to Joe and Angela. Joe is played by Seth Rogen. Angela played by Olivia Wilde. They are a married couple who live in San Francisco, but are currently going through a rough patch in their relationship. And then to make matters even more intense, Angela has planned a dinner party with neighbors that live above them in the same apartment. Joe had no clue about this party. And so... they kind of get into a little bit of an argument, but what they don't realize and what they have no clue of is that both Joe and Angela are about to have a very interesting night ahead of them when they hang out with both Hawk and Pina in this film. That's where I'm going to leave it.
Okay.
Just a dinner party between 2 couples. Let's jump into our overall thoughts. Mr. Ohm, we're going to go check this out. I believe it is not out wide to the entire US yet, or to the entire world to watch it. We got to watch it a little bit earlier at select theaters. So now we got to check it out. Mr. Rome, I'll go first and then I'll pass it over to you. Overall, I thought this movie was fantastic, Mr. Rome. I thought this had just a really good combination of great writing, great comedy, just the performances were awesome, and it even had little touches of real drama and emotion and things that you could actually relate to in some ways. So to me, it combined and balanced so many different things that I don't know. To me, I can call it out. This might be, again, hyperbole. I usually do that whenever I jump on these podcasts, but I'm not ashamed of it. I think I can honestly say funniest movie of the year. I consistently was laughing throughout different moments, whether it was Seth Rogen, whether it was Edward Norton, Penelope Cruz, or Olivia Wilde. And I think what I really appreciated is that the movie, like you said, Omar, in the trailer, very simple premise. Everything seems straightforward, and it's all one setting, 4 characters. You're not having to ramble and go around of like, oh, who's this person, or where are they at? No, it's all in their house, in their apartment. And I just love stories like that are just very simple and keep everything very contained, of like what's going on with these 4 characters. Sort of gave me, I don't know if this will really relate, but sort of gave me Seinfeld vibes at times, with the things that were said and like the situations that they were in.
Yeah.
But that was my overall thoughts. I really enjoyed this movie a lot. I was laughing throughout. And again, to me, in my opinion, I probably have to look back. There are other funny movies, but this one, I think consistently as the scenes would go on, I would just laugh more and more. But those are my thoughts. Mr. Rome, as my co-host, what are your thoughts of The Invite?
I mean, it was really good. Like you said, I didn't know. I'm just seeing this right now that Rashida Jones is one of the writers.
Yes.
I don't know who Will McCormack is, though. It's really well done. And I think I have a bias towards movies that are all in one setting. But I don't care. I don't care if I have a bias. Those movies are always gonna be better. I've always heard about this. Like when you're creating like art, if you limit yourself, that causes you to be more creative because you're working within limitations, and so now you have to find other ways to do things. Whereas if you have no limitations, well, there's not really like you could go anywhere. So it's like you're not really forcing yourself to be creative. When this movie's like an hour and 50 minutes and it's all in one setting with only 4 characters, you're gonna have to be finding the creative ways to keep the audience engaged. So I think that those movies are always gonna be really good. And yeah, like you said, like it's super funny, and it's like Seinfeld, and I think that's the reason why it's so funny. Because like if you think of Seinfeld, it's never any crazy premises. It's always like super relatable, and I think that's what makes it funny. Because this movie, Seth Rogen is the funniest character, right? Because he's the comedic relief. But it's like Send Help was funny, but Send Help was like so
like outlandish
that's what made it funny. This movie is not outlandish at all, but it's like you could see these scenarios happening in real life, and then a character like Seth Rogen, they build awkwardness, and then he breaks the awkwardness with the joke, and I think that's what makes it so funny. But I feel the same way. It's like it was really well written.
I would even say, Mr. Rome, like how you were mentioning about Send Help, where it's almost like the environment and the setting that they're in allows it to be like just way more like ridiculous.
Yeah, like you're gonna laugh at that movie because it's so you're never gonna be on a deserted island
with the person that you hate,
with your boss or a person you hate. So it's like it's not gonna be relatable to you. But what you're gonna laugh at is the crazy scenes.
Yeah.
This movie just feels real.
Yeah.
It feels very real.
I would even say, Mr. Rome, like, and I even wrote it down, like, all the jokes that I think are said, none of it is like punchline related. None of it is it's not setting you up for like, oh, here comes a joke. Even how you describe Seth Rogen, like where he's breaking the tension, but that's, you can envision somebody that you know doing that. Like
it's a conversationally funny. It's not like punchline, jokey funny, like you said. It's like it's all within a conversation, and the entire movie is a conversation.
It is,
but you don't get bored at all.
And I think it also makes it interesting. And I think this is where you were mentioning about how Will and Rashida, because they're confined to this space, Mr. Rome, they have to add more elements. And I think you alluded to something in the trailer too, which I picked up on, which is there is that mystery element where even though it is conversations, through those conversations, you as an audience member, you're trying to pick up the pieces of like, what does this couple want?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? Like, is everybody in on the joke except for Seth Rogen's character? Like, what's happening?
You're even wondering what's going to happen in this movie.
Yeah.
Even towards the very end, you don't know what's going to happen. Very well.
Yeah.
Constructed.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. Yeah, I think. Yeah, again, we're both pretty much aligned. Those are kind of very similar points. I thought it just did such an effective job of being able to kind of set you up for those types of moments. And then I also think I kind of mentioned it towards my initial thoughts, but even those moments of drama where things get serious and there is no jokes, you can even believe that. Like, it doesn't take you out of those moments. So
yeah, because because the jokes were never, because it just feels like you're watching people. Yeah. And so when it gets serious, it's like, yeah, because like that's how conversations go. It never feels like He-Man, where it's like, this is the funny part. Oh, now this is the serious part. It never felt like that because He-Man was like, didn't feel real.
Yeah.
This one feels like a real conversation the entire time.
Shots fired at He-Man, even though I'm with you on that one, But Mr. Rome, I think this is a good spot. I think we can probably segue into the next segment, which is, we'll kind of dive into it a little bit more in spoilers. But for this last piece, I actually wanted to bring up an earlier segment, which is, should people go check this one out in theaters, watch it in streaming, or skip it altogether? We haven't spoiled too much, so Mr. Rome, you as the co-host, what do you think, man? Would you recommend it?
Theater for sure.
Yeah,
because I think it's much more enjoyable with a group of people, right? Because the movie gets awkward. It gets really awkward. you can only enjoy that with people because everybody feels it, and then there's like a joke, and everybody could like release their tension together. It's a great theater experience.
Yeah, I had the same thing, Mr. Rome. I highly recommend anybody listening to go watch this one in theaters. These are those types of social experience movies that, again, very much like horror. Whenever there's like horror movies, those are so much fun to watch with a group of people because you're all gasping at the same time. Here, everybody's laughing at what Seth Rogen is saying, the way he's delivering lines. And not only him, but everybody else.
Everybody's funny.
Yeah.
But they're funny in different ways.
Yes. And so that, to me, highly recommend. Check this one out. Again, everything from the writing to how it was directed and filmed, I thought was just top notch. So those are our recommendations. Mr. Rome, now that we got through that is all we're going to talk about from a non-spoiler perspective. Let's start spoiling some more stuff. Let's start kind of unraveling a little bit more about what we enjoyed, maybe some scenes that we really want to call out. What was the twist in the movie? So if you don't want to be spoiled, if you don't want to be ruined for any of those details, please jump out of the podcast, watch the movie. You just heard our recommendation. Go watch it, check it out, come back, then drop in some comments. Let me know if you agree or disagree with some of the thoughts that me and Mr. Ohm bring up. And also, let us know if you think The Invite is timeless after you watch it in the theaters. All right. Hopefully that gives you enough time to get away because spoilers starts right now. Omar, where do you think we should start? Should we start with a twist? Should we start with other aspects or things that we liked and didn't like? Where do you feel? Do you think the twist is like a thing that we just have to call out right from the beginning?
Well, what's a twist?
To me, I think the twist is just that what was the purpose of, this whole thing of this dinner party?
Was it the twist though? Because the trailer was kind of setting it up that way.
Yeah. And so in my mind, I was thinking it was going to be something else, but it ended up being what I thought it was going to be. I was like, oh, okay. Which, again, I think let's just start there since we're talking about it. Essentially, if you've seen the movie, the reveal in this is that in this dinner party, we mentioned it before, Joe and Angela are having a rough patch. They have no friends, and so they just wanted to invite this other couple. And this other couple, Pina, played by Penelope Cruz, and Edward Norton, who plays Hawk, they are a very lovey-dovey type of a couple.
I remember, people. This is spoiler talk. People have already seen this movie.
And so essentially the reveal is that they have orgies, group sex with other couples. That it's opened up everything in their life and it made their lives easier. And so they actually were kind of, I don't know if they were testing, but they were kind of getting a feel for, well, how are Joe and Angela?
Yeah.
And would they be able to have fun with us in these types of orgies? And so that's the reveal of this movie. Like you mentioned, Omar, I think the trailer sets it up in that way.
Yeah.
And yet, even though it was that...
Yeah, I guess you doubt yourself. You don't think it's going to happen.
You don't think it's going to happen. But you know what? Even though it still landed in regards to this is what it is, it didn't ruin it for me. I was like, oh.
Because you still know what's going to happen after the reveal. That's what they're there for.
Exactly.
It's just so well written.
Yeah. Right? I agree. I'm with you on the writing, Mr. Rome. I think the writing that they were able to kind of pull off, again, we've talked about it a little bit in the non-spoiler thoughts, but dude, every conversation and every dialogue felt legit. Like you've either had those conversations or you could just witness those conversations between Joe and Angela. And
you know what? I think it also has to do with the characters. Like the characters, they're so good. Like everybody's like, I feel like I'm just repeating myself. It's so well written.
Yeah, or like the characters feel like lived in, huh? Like these are
like sometimes like you watch a movie and you don't know what a character is there for. Mm-hmm. Like in He-Man. Okay, this guy's trained He-Man, and then that's another He-Man guy. But like, who are they?
Yeah,
what do they act like?
Or like Supergirl. Like what? Yeah, what is Supergirl? Like what is her intent? Like what's
her motivation? What does she act like? What's her personality? Or like Ruthie. This movie has that, but it has to have that because it's only about the characters, right?
Yeah.
But like everybody's so perfect. Like Seth Rogen's character, you know exactly like his motivation. Penelope Cruz, you know hers. Everybody has their personality. So when they're having conversations, you know like what they're gonna act like, how they're gonna respond, and That's what keeps you engaged, and I don't know, it's so good.
And I think you bring up a good point, Mr. Rom, especially, again, we're not to pick on like He-Man and Supergirl and all these other ones, but
You could pick on He-Man.
yeah. I mean more so that, you're so right in that in those movies, they have that extra baggage where, it's almost like the creators and the directors and the writers, they're like, well, we don't have to explain too much because maybe you already know a little bit of it, right? Maybe you know a little bit of why Supergirl or Kara wants to do this, or maybe you get a feeling of, hey, this is why He-Man would do this. Whereas you're right, in this movie, there is no baggage. You don't know these characters, yet through all of their conversations and exposition that they do, their background, each character pretty much explains a little bit about what they failed in their life or their failed relationships. And it doesn't feel like those tropes where you're like, okay, here comes the exposition. It more feels like, you're at a dinner party and you want to know more. You want to understand, like, oh, so what have you been up to? Or what do you do? And like, I'm a firefighter. And I'm like, and it just all is so natural.
It's so good. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character?
Oof. Mr. Rom, who's the MVP of this movie? And to me, I'm between Seth Rogen and Olivia Wilde. And the reason I have Olivia Wilde there too is because I actually really loved her reactions of like how she was acting, because I can definitely see a person like that where they're in such a like bad place where they say yes to everything, even though they've never tried it or they've never done anything. And how she played that off, I believed it. I was like, oh, she's just saying yes just because she wants to appease these people, couple. I'm like, oh.
That's where you go. That's where you go to how well these characters are made. It's like she's a people pleaser, and you could see it throughout the entire movie, and that's what makes her scenes funny. It's like her reactions are so good. Like she's and then you also get to her backstory. She has like anxiety, and that feeds into that wanting to please, and like to us that's like hilarious to watch. Like when like Penelope Cruz doesn't want to eat anything at the table, she's like freaking out because like to a regular person who cares, but like to her, now we know her backstory, we know her motivation, we know how she acts, how she reacts, and so when she's freaking out, it's like that's perfect, that's funny to us, and that makes sense for her character.
Yeah. What about you?
What are you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say, who was your MVP or your favorite performance?
I was between Olivia Wilde or Penelope Cruz.
Oh, Penelope Cruz did great too.
Seth Rogen's the funniest character.
Yep.
But he's just Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
He's not acting like anybody. I think Penelope Cruz, out of the four, she has all the power.
Yeah.
Right?
She commands like every scene that she's like a part of, or like
she's the focus.
Yeah.
Her looks, the way you could tell like just by her face she's thinking or she's like judging or she's plotting. I think her character was like, even Hawk, like you get a guy like Edward Norton, he's like a top A-list actor, but in this movie you could tell he is in the passenger seat to Penelope Cruz. Right?
Great way to describe it.
And I feel like her character was like, she was like the top one. She was, yeah. Even when like they're all right, they all agreed, and she was like, no, I don't want to do it tonight. Yeah. And it's like, oh, the entire mood changed just by one thing she said. Yeah. I was between those two. I can't decide. But everybody was so good.
And she did have this kind of commanding energy. Like every time, whenever she was in conversation, everybody was always like,
she was always dominating like the conversations.
Yeah, dude. Great call, man. That's actually a great way to describe it. Is everybody else is in the passenger seat and she's the driver. She's the one.
It's like she's the most intimidating one.
Yeah, especially like how you said when she said like, "Oh, I don't eat this," or "I don't eat this." Oh no, like, or what about wine? And then like she's kind of driving all of those types of situations, and again, that's a relatable character. You've seen people like that in real life that can kind of command a room in that kind of way. So, yeah, good stuff. Mr. Roma, if I can move to one thing that I really loved about this movie.
Something else?
Dude, there's more.
We haven't talked about?
No, yeah, we haven't talked about.
Okay, what is it?
The way that they filmed this movie in certain scenes where it looks like you are watching these people from outside of a window. Yeah. It happens multiple times with Joe and Angela when they're just talking. But what I loved is that when they're having their conversation at the beginning before the dinner party, how sometimes you're seeing their conversation from outside of a window, how sometimes the camera stays in the hall room, and then one character comes into the hall room yelling, they leave the room, and then the other character comes into the hallway. And like, I love when the camera isn't like has to stay in a specific spot, and it's the characters coming in. It was like at the beginning when they're like when they're arguing about Joe not knowing that there was a dinner party today. He's like, you never messaged that to me, and they're just both having this back and forth. But the camera just knows like I'm gonna stay here because these characters are just gonna keep coming into their spaces. Dude, I love that. That's such a cool touch of like how, again, making the space feel like it is believable that they're in an apartment. And to me, it felt like a play. Especially like at times when it was Joe and Angela, Olivia Wilde and Seth Rogen, when they were arguing, dude, it legit felt like you were just watching. Sometimes the camera wouldn't even cut. You would just see them go back and forth arguing, and it felt like they were a real couple. I love it when it makes that feel that play type of a vibe.
That's a good call. It does feel like a play.
Yeah.
I want to call out the sets and costume too. I think whoever designed like the set, they're a really good home designer. That apartment it does look cool, and even the way they dress. Like I like how you notice that Seth Rogen and Olivia Wilde were matching colors.
Yes.
Penelope Cruz and Edward Norton they were both also matching
colors.
They were darker, and they were light. But I just love the way like color theory.
I think I've heard of it. Yes.
Or watching the trailer, but
yeah,
like the way the color. There's certain colors that go together.
Mm-hmm.
I think whoever designed this is a master at that.
Because it's able to direct your eyes to like where they want you to look at. Or like things that just pop a little bit more.
It just looks so good to see.
Gosh, man, it's just good stuff, man. Like I think the word of this podcast is gonna be well constructed. That you've been saying, that I think I've been saying. It's just
this is like sometimes I feel like with albums or like movies, when everything comes together, just at the right time, just perfectly. It's like a perfect storm, right? I would consider this movie like a perfect storm. Everything works.
And then even to the point of like the actors that they chose, like I can't imagine any other actor in those kind of positions of like who can replace Penelope Cruz with that kind of energy. Like who could be like Edward Norton that kind of succumbs to her and like acts in that way, but still when she's not around, still has his presence.
Exactly. He's intimidating too.
Yeah,
and it's perfect,
dude. Perfect to me. They nailed the double date kind of a feeling. This movie like. Because I haven't said that I can't say that I've been in that kind of situation, right? But like on double dates, there is those moments where like somebody can control the conversation. You're trying to get to know more of somebody else, but maybe they don't give too much, or maybe they give way too much like that, or somebody says something awkward and like, oh man,
yeah,
it's just they just again nailed all of those aspects, and again credit to the writers, and then even Olivia Wilde for directing those kind of scenes, just making it just feel believable.
Did you watch Don't Worry, Darling?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
What was that one like?
That one was that was more of a thriller, sort of like a cult thriller. It was good. I mean, I thought the performances were pretty good. Florence Pugh is amazing in that one, but to me, this one just blows it out of the water. I think everybody's just nailing it in regards to what their specific character is supposed to do. And then again, the mystery aspect to it, like this little game of like at the beginning, Mr. Ohm, because we're watching the trailer, they really got me because at the beginning you notice that Hawk and Pina, they're looking for something, and like Hawk goes into the restroom, starts looking at their medicine cabinet, and then when Pina goes to the actual office where he has his piano, they're like smoking something. But she's looking for something, and so it started making me think, like, what are they in this for? Like, did they just want an excuse to jump into their apartment or get into their apartment to steal something?
Why did he do that? Why did Hogg look through the medicine cabinet?
My thought is that if they were gonna have an orgy, they probably wanted to know, like, okay, are they safe? Are they? That's me. That's how I'm connecting the dots.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense. Yeah, are they clean?
Yeah, like no diseases. Like, okay.
Okay.
But those are those little touches that I love when a movie does. Like, yes, it might take you in a specific direction where like, oh, that's not what I was expecting. But I like when a movie does that. I like when it bamboozles me into thinking like, what is their purpose? Like, what are they trying to do here? And so, gosh, it still paid off for me.
But look, it goes back to having this take place in one setting.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you have to include things like that.
Yeah.
You can't let the audience know like where you're going.
Yeah.
What'd you think about the ending? Because I thought it wrapped up perfectly.
to me, yeah. Like I had a question about the ending.
Question,
which is, how do you interpret it?
Exactly. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Right? It's kind of Inception style.
Yeah.
Is it a dream? Choose. Is it not? You choose. I like that. I like that open-endedness. Do they get a divorce? Do they not?
That's up to you.
I don't really care because I like that open-endedness. What do you think?
I kind of went the more cynical route. That I agree, it is open-ended, but I went with the approach that they're playing their final song together. Because if you remember at the beginning of the movie, there's a little flash. There's a flash, and they're playing the piano, but with so much like cheerfulness, so much joy. They're laughing.
There's a flash of Seth Rogen when he's older. Do you remember that?
Oh, older? No, I don't remember that. No, I remember the part at the beginning when they're laughing, playing the piano.
Don't you remember? There's like a bunch of camera effects.
Yeah.
Then they see Seth Rogen like in the black and white suit.
Oh no, I remember seeing that.
That happens.
Really? But he looks older.
He doesn't look like he looks in the movie.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
I saw it, and he has like this like melancholic face. It looked like the future.
Yeah.
I don't know.
His life after Angela, maybe.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or maybe it's before. Maybe it's before they met. I don't know. But it was only one frame.
Oh yeah, like a quick edit. Dude, we had to watch it again. I didn't catch that detail. No, I was thinking more of like when they were playing the piano at the beginning, and you just hear them play, but they're laughing. And then in this one at the end, they're playing the piano, and then to me, I'm thinking like, it makes it seem like if they're gonna get back together, but in my mind, I'm like, no, this might just be like their last song together, and then they eventually move on. I'm like,
I think it could go either way.
Yeah,
because it's like he's never touched the piano, and now he has, so it's like, it's back to like when they first met. Mm-hmm. It's like almost they're restarting their relationship.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, starting all over again.
But like that the fact that it's not either or. That's a pro.
Yeah.
It's a pro for me.
Dude, the pros and cons are always going to be super effective on this podcast, man. Mr. Rome, since you said pros, I got a couple more too.
What? A couple more?
Yeah. Mr. Rome, what did you think about the music? Music was composed by Devonte Hines. It was just a simple, like I don't know if it was like a violin, a cello, something like that. Like, I just liked how in certain moments when there was like these very intense conversations, it would just start rising and rising and rising. But
yeah, I don't know.
You didn't hear it that much?
But like, that's a pro?
Yeah.
Because like, you would expect that.
Like, I mean,
let's say you were a composer.
I would expect it, but it doesn't always land. Okay. Sometimes you go through a movie and you're like, there was music? And then, oh, no.
That's what I feel right now. I don't remember the music.
Well, that was one of mine that I at least kind of clocked when I was watching it. Mr. Holmes, I thought one of the other things that I really enjoyed was the off-screen voice of Seth Rogen. Like, whenever the camera was on Penelope Cruz or Edward Norton or Olivia Wilde and not Seth Rogen, he would have so many lines where he would just be saying dialogue off-screen. And those are some of the funniest lines, too. Like where he would just... I don't even remember, like, some of the lines that... I wish I had, like, remembered one of the lines. But he would just be like...
It's not going to be funny if you say
it. Yeah.
Because you need the entire context.
I need the context. Yeah, I need the scene. But just trust me. If you watch the movie, let me know in the comments if you agree. Did you catch that? Like just those off-screen comments, like those one-word little things. And again, the way that he delivers in his voice, it just made me laugh so much, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You're repeating stuff now.
I didn't say anything about the off-screen.
No, but like, well, the point of it was that he was funny.
Yeah, but I wanted to elaborate a little more. Why is he funny, though, you know?
Because it was off-screen?
Yeah.
All right, you got more?
Yeah, I think I have only one more. Mr. Rome, I mentioned this a little bit before, but I did like the almost the impromptu therapy session that they start having. Yeah. And again, great setup because they set up that Penelope Cruz's character of Pina is a psychotherapist.
Yeah.
And so she literally just sits on a chair, and they're both. And I even like how they captured both characters. Like,
and that's the main point of the movie. To be honest, the main point of the movie is the rocky relationship between Joe and Angela.
mm-hmm.
So like a therapy session at that point in the movie, it's like
It's earned.
Because it's like that's the whole point. Yeah, like the group sex. That's like all right. That's the hook for the movie, and that's like the most like interesting and like funny part. But the main focus really is their relationship.
Yeah. Did you at any point think that they were gonna go through with like having the orgy, but only with Joe? That's what my mind went to. Is that they were that Pina and Hawk were gonna get freaked out more by Olivia Wilde's character of Angela, that they were just gonna invite him, and he was the one that like didn't care for them.
You know what I thought was gonna happen?
What?
When they were having the therapy session, because they mentioned it before, they're like, because they weren't having sex with each other.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh yeah, the way when they were describing it before, like what could happen during these orgies, and it's like, well, sometimes you could just watch. I thought Penelope Cruz and Edward Norton were just gonna watch. They're like the therapy was gonna work, and then they just feel this passion, and they start having sex, and then the other two were just gonna watch them.
Yeah.
I thought that's what's gonna happen. I was like, oh, that's kind of like a mix of both, you know? It's like a mix of like what this characters want and what these characters want.
Best of both worlds.
Best of both.
Man.
But it didn't happen.
But
I mean, the way it ended, I think it was still great.
yeah. Dude, Edward Norton speaking Spanish. Yo, those were some funny lines
It's because
too.
there's so many funny scenes. Like,
Perdón. Oh man, Mr. Rome, anything else? Anything top of mind? Anything else that you have?
no.
I think I got through everything that I wanted to talk about. So, great segue, Mr. Rome. We got one final question.
Okay.
You as the co-host, you're gonna start off, Mr. Rome. Is The Invite a timeless movie?
This was easy for me.
Easy?
Yeah. Timeless.
Me too, man. Right when we left the theater, actually,
It was easy.
I know. I like to add some suspense, some drama.
Hell yeah. I would watch this again.
Me too, dude. Me and Omar got to watch it a little bit earlier, so I might take my wife Liz to go watch it. But man, I had such a fun time. I can't wait to go back and catch some of the other lines and the funny dialogue that is said. But I highly recommend you guys go watch it. Anybody listening out there, this movie is worth it. And like Omar mentioned, yes, there is a lot of funny moments, but the hook of the movie, the real essence of this movie and the theme is more of this rocky relationship and like how couples, what happens when they don't communicate, like what happens when they don't express what they're feeling, and then it just snowballs.
It's almost like a lesson. There's a lesson in the movie.
It is. Like if you continue to either suppress or not ignore some of these feelings, it's just all gonna come to fruition and make it even worse for you guys. So, yeah, man, this is good stuff, man. I really enjoyed it. 824 with this and the drama, Mr. Rome.
They're on fire, yeah.
They're on fire right now. Gosh. Well, guys, that is all we have for this week's episode. Mr. Rome, I can't thank you enough, man. Appreciate you jumping on, coming to the studio.
I'll be here the next fifth episode.
We got the Odyssey coming up.
It's
Spider-Man.
not gonna be that.
I know. I wish it was. I wish I could fit in like 4 more movies. That way I could get to it. But it's not gonna happen. Might be solo. But
that's perfectly fine.
Mr. Rome, any other final words for anybody listening out there?
Nah, dude.
Nice, man.
They probably clicked off already.
No. They're still listening here.
Okay.
To anybody that's still listening, you're a true one. You're a real one. I appreciate you. And to anybody else that listens in the future, let me know your thoughts of The Invite. Did you enjoy it? Did you think it was timeless? Let us know down below in the comments. I will reply as soon as I can. Send us an email, timelessmoviepod@gmail.com. This has been episode number 205 of the Timeless Movie Podcast. It's been Omar and Victor Vasquez. Make sure to check out our next episode as we cover a new movie. We discuss it, we give our opinions, and we decide if it is timeless. All right, everybody. Appreciate you guys listening, and I'll talk to y'all later. Take care.